I'm Noreen, and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight I have the perfect answer to a quick and easy meal for these busy back-to-school weeknights. This is a Salsa Verde chicken and rice skillet. Everything is done in one pot on top of the stove. You get dinner on the table in 30 minutes, and you are going to love it. We're going to take advantage of some convenience items from the grocery store, along with some fresh chicken, whole grain rice, a little bit of cheese. Some great stuff's going to go in here, and you're going to love it. So let's go see how we make this. We're just going to go over all the ingredients, and then we're going to shift everything over to the stovetop because this is a quick weeknight skillet dinner. This is, you just plop it in the skillet and you're going to cook it. You're going to have time to go do something else while the rice is cooking. But this is very quick, and you're going to be able to get this on the table in just about a half an hour. A little bit longer maybe if you're using whole long grain rice. I'm using converted rice, so my rice takes just a little bit less time to cook. So basically what you're going to need is 2 pounds of chicken breast, and I have cubed this in 1-inch cubes or thereabouts. I have 1 medium sweet onion that I have peeled, quartered, and sliced. I have 1 jar, which ends up being 2 cups of Salsa Verde. You can use your favorite brand. You can use the the enchilada, the green chili enchilada sauce if you prefer, if that's all you can find. But this is Salsa Verde, and 2 cups of that, or 1 jar. I have 4 cups of chicken stock, and I have simply rinsed the Salsa Verde jar out with some water and added it to here to make 4 cups. I have 1 jar. This is 2 cups of a tomato and green chili blend, or for those of you who know, Rotel. You can leave this out. You can use 1 14-ounce can of diced petite tomatoes if that's your preference, no problem. I have about 3 cloves of garlic that has been minced. I have 3 cups of rice. You can use whatever rice you like. I use plain long grain or converted rice. Today I'm using converted rice because it takes less water and takes less time to cook. And the seasonings are where this is at. In here I have a seasoning blend. I'm going to do a separate video for a seasoning blend that contains many of these ingredients. Garlic powder, there's a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of cumin, and a very healthy teaspoon, so it's really almost 2 teaspoons, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of cracked black pepper, and a teaspoon of my chicken seasoning. If you have a preferred all-purpose seasoning blend that you like to use, like even if it's salt-free, go ahead and throw that in there, and it's all good. And I have 2 tablespoons of neutral vegetable oil that we are going to start everything out in, and we're going to now move over to the stove and get this skillet dinner going. All right, I've heated up those 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil in my skillet, and I'm just going to add my chicken in here now. And I'm going to let this cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. Bless you, honey. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to allow this chicken to cook until it's no longer pink. And even though we're going to simmer this with the rice and everything in one pan, I still want the chicken to get good and cooked. So I'll be back when this chicken is ready and we can proceed to the next step. Alrighty, our chicken is sizzling. Now, if your chicken ends up being like my chicken had a lot of water in it. And when that happens, it looks like it's never going to end. So what I like to do is I push my chicken to the outer edges of the pan. And I just turn my pan on like high, okay? And then I just wait for that water to evaporate. It only took a couple of minutes. So now when you can hear it sizzling like that, that is perfect. That's where you want it. Then we want to add our vegetables. Add our onion. Give it a good stir. And our garlic. Put that in there too. And now what I want to do is, you don't have to like cook these to death, but I do want to come in here with all of our spices, and I want to get these in the pan. I want to give it a good turn because you want those spices to toast a little bit in the heat and then the oil with the other, and it'll permeate the chicken a little bit, and it'll be great. It smells amazing. Oh boy. It smells wonderful. You're going to love this. I just already know how good this is going to taste. And it's going to be super fast. Now, You saw how quick that was, right? Get your rice, pop it on in there, and give it a stir. Remember, we still have all that oil. The oil didn't evaporate. The oil is still in there, and that's good because that's going to help your rice to stay fluffy. Whenever I cook rice, I always add a tablespoon or so of oil to the pan. All right, now I'm going to give my broth just a little bit of a whisk, and I'm going to pour it right in here. And I'm also going to put my rotel in here as well. And I'm going to give it a stir. Now you're saying, Noreen, you didn't put that chili verde in there. No, I didn't. Because I want the chili verde to be prominent. And we're going to put that on the top after the rice has steamed. So what I want you to do now is I want you to bring this up to a boil. Turn it down to medium. And then we're going to put a lid on it and we're going to cook it just like you would if you were cooking rice. We're going to cook it for 10 minutes until divots appear in the top surface of the rice. Then we're not going to take the lid off. We're going to turn the burner off and we're going to let it sit and steam for 10 minutes. I'll be back when it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. We simmered this for 20 minutes until little divots come on the top. And then we turn it off and we let it steam for 10 minutes. Now, I add a little extra water when I do stuff like this, so if you like your rice a little on the drier side, then add a little less liquid. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chili verde and I'm just going to put it right here on the top. I'm not even going to fluff my rice. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to spread it out. And then I'm going to call everyone to dinner because it's time to eat. I'll meet you back over at the counter and we'll finish this off and we'll fix your plate of Salsa Verde chicken skillet and we'll be right back. I fixed your plate. Salsa Verde chicken and rice skillet on the table in 30 minutes or less. This is going to knock your socks off. You're going to love this. I added just a sprinkle of cheddar cheese on the top because who doesn't like cheesy rice, right? I mean, come on. And we're just going to enjoy this for dinner. Serve it with a salad. You can add additional vegetables in here if you like. It's all up to you. But this is going to be a crowd pleaser, and especially for a busy Monday night, who's not going to love this? I also wanted to say, Rick just happened to mention, you could make this with canned chicken, couldn't you? Absolutely. But what I would say is if you're going to do canned chicken, do everything the same as I did, except don't put the chicken in until the end, and then stir it into your fluffed rice. That way it doesn't break up and turn to mush and become completely
shredded chicken rice.
Well, you wouldn't be able to tell there was chicken in it, I don't think. But you could make pantry meal out of this for sure. So, do you want to taste it?
If I have to.
You have to, honey. You have to. That's good.
Wrapped that in a tortilla, it'd be a chicken enchilada.
Or a burrito. It would be incredible.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. You're going to love it. Your kids are going to love it. Again, this would make a fabulous burrito filling too. Go for it. Why not? And also, if you want, you could use ground pork or ground beef here in place of the chunked up chicken. It'll work just as fine.
Or canned pork.
Or canned pork. That'll work too. Listen, you make this your own. You make it with what you have and what you have available to you and what fits in your budget. So, there's some options for you. I hope that you give this a try because you're going to love it. I just know it. So, until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!